What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Terence Crawford and Teofimo Lopez in the news. Terence Crawford has made somewhat of an offer in order for Teofimo to see if Teofimo really wants to fight with Terence Crawford. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into the article. I'm also going to speak briefly about Terence Crawford and the whole with Terence Crawford and the Conor McGregor situation. See a little, people talking about it a little bit. So I'm just going to briefly touch on that. But the main topic here is what Terence Crawford needs Teofimo Lopez to do in order to get a fight, and of course my opinion. All right, so stay tuned. Oh. Shout out to Boxing News 24 says Crawford wants Teofimo Lopez to battle Madrimov to earn a fight. It says Terence Crawford gave the needy Teofimo Lopez the key to getting a chance to fight him by facing and beating former 154-pound world champion Israel Madrimov next. Madrimov is a big puncher with Golovkin-like power in either hand. I wouldn't say that much, but in either hand, and it would be a tough fight for Lopez to earn a chance to battle with Crawford for the gold. If Top Rank set Teofimo Lopez up with a match against Madrimov, the fight would draw much interest due to its oddity. Lopez Jr. would be moved up from two divisions from 140 to 154 to take on Madrimov. Crawford, who is 41-0 with 31 knockouts, is in an unsurmountable barrier in front of him that the struggling takeover Teofimo Lopez must pass to have the opportunity to face him. While Lopez is one of the young fighters on the rise, 4 years ago after his upset win of Vasily Lomachenko in 2020, his star has burned out after the 5 terrible performances. If still young, 27-year-old Teofimo wants to earn a chance for the mega payday against a fight with Crawford, he'll agree to fight against the recently beaten Madrimov, who has the record of 10-1 with 7 knockouts, and take his chances. Nicknamed Little Triple G, Madrimov is a big puncher who lit up Crawford with powerful right hands on August 3rd at the BMO Stadium in Los Angeles. Madrimov came close to defeating Crawford, losing the 12-round unanimous decision in scorecards 115, 113, 116, 112, and 115, 113. That was by far the hardest fight of Crawford's career, and he was lucky that Madrimov made the mistake of not stepping his foot on the accelerator in the championship rounds. I mean, was he lucky, or was Madrimov lucky he didn't create no more openness for Crawford instead of having Crawford to create openness for himself? Anyways, Lopez's once promising career has imploded since his victory over smaller, older Vasily Lomachenko in October 2020. Some feel that Lomachenko took something out of Lopez with the shots he hit him with in that fight. Lopez has been inconsistent inside the ring since that fight, only looking impressive in one of his last 6 fights against Josh Taylor. Teofimo Lopez disappointing performances against Steve Claggett, Jermaine Ortiz, Sandor Martin, Pedro Campos, George Kambosos, Mayasha Nikatian, and Vasily Lomachenko. Okay. So I mean, we'll talk about it real quick. Now, real quick, I want to briefly go over this whole thing with Terence and Conor McGregor as well. So let me see here. Let's talk about that, because I hear that people, talking about this. Terence Crawford turned down a mega $1 million offer from McGregor. I can make money, but you're not going to kick me. At 37 years old, Terence Crawford's career is coming to an end, and despite being one of the most dominant boxers with championships in each of the 4 categories in which he has fought, he needs one last fight with the purse that will ensure him happy retirement. That's the main reason he wants to step in the ring with Canelo Alvarez to cap off his 16-year undefeated career with an inviolable 41-0 record by 31 by knockouts with a big purse. However, Crawford is just not about the money. If that were the case, he would have accepted Conor McGregor's offer to face him in mixed martial arts. Crawford revealed in an interview for Bernie the Boxer held a phone call with McGregor in which he told him to accept the fight because he could make a lot of money. I was offered a fight with Conor, and I talked on the phone. I said, I'm not gonna be going to octagon with you because you can elbow me and kick me and elbow me. Crawford stated with the chat with Bernie the Boxer. Later, adding that Gregor laughed and told him that he respected his decision, even though they would make a lot of money. But Bud shot back, I can make money, but you're not gonna kick me. So, just briefly talk about that real quick. Now, first of all, as far as Terence Crawford and Conor McGregor go, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not mad at Terence Crawford at all. You have to respect the different sports, right? UFC is I respect you. I respect UFC to the utmost. UFC fighters to the utmost. I know a few people in the UFC. Shout out to TJ Downtown Brown. That's my guy. Personally know him and sparred with him as well. But you got to respect the people's sports, right? If Conor McGregor comes into boxing, and I know like a lot of people like to talk about the Mayweather situation, but again, briefly, like that was an older Mayweather who's not known for power and smaller than Conor McGregor, and yeah, he went 10 rounds with that guy. But I mean, I would have been more impressed if Conor McGregor went 10 rounds with Canelo Alvarez or Triple G. But both are just two different sports. Leave them, I get it. All right, now. As far as Terence Crawford and Teofimo Lopez, I think that this is normally I don't like it when fighters be like, okay, well, if you need to fight this guy in order to fight me. But in this situation, because they're not in the same weight class, I definitely agree with Terence Crawford. Because they're not in the same weight class, if you really want to fight me, move up here. I've been saying that about guys like Gary Russell, when Gary Russell's been calling out Tank Davis, like if you're really serious about fighting me, move up here and get a fight up here, and that way you'll be ranked in this division, and that way we can a fight then can happen or whatnot. If you're not serious and you're just looking for a payday, then it sounds like you're just trying to you're just all talk if you're not willing to move up here and fight anybody else. That's why I don't think Terence Crawford should fight Canelo Alvarez. I don't like that fight. I think that's a terrible idea. And it does look like he's looking for a payday. You know what I'm saying? But Terence Crawford calling out Canelo Alvarez. But if Teofimo Lopez really wants to fight with Terence Crawford, go up there and fight somebody that he just beat. And then a fight like that can happen, and I think that's perfectly okay. Because once again, what's in it for Terence Crawford at this point? I'm fighting at 154, you fight at 140, and if I fight you, I'm not gonna get no credit off of that. Like, nobody's gonna give Terence Crawford credit on that. You know why? Because they don't even want to give him credit. Bro, we asked for Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence for 5 years, bro, and guess what, bro? It's people still not giving Terence Crawford credit for beating Errol Spence. So, I mean, if y'all not gonna give this man credit for beating Errol Spence, I know for a fact y'all not gonna give this man credit for beating Teofimo Lopez, bro. You got people making excuses. Well, Errol Spence was in a wreck. Yeah, but we still asked for that fight, bro. And that's the thing that irritates me about these boxing channels I can't even say box. Well, I don't know. I think I might have heard a few. I don't know. I don't really listen to boxing channels, but I see the comments that people make when they're going against Terence Crawford, and you know what I'm saying? Like they want to sit here and, oh yeah, he fought Terence Crawford. I mean, he fought Errol Spence that was in a car accident. But it's like, fam, don't act like we didn't ask for that fight. We still asked for that fight. And on top of that, Errol Spence came back and decisively beat Yordenis Ugas. I thought he looked a little funny in his fight with Danny Garcia, but you know what I'm saying? Regardless, it's a fight that we've asked for and we got it, and y'all still don't want to give this man credit for it. So it's like, I know for a fact y'all not gonna give him credit for beating up Teofimo Lopez, and we all know that that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez struggles against guys that can maneuver, guys that are not, because Teofimo is a flat-footed fighter. He's athletic, but he's flat-footed, right? And if you have good footwork, Teofimo's gonna struggle against you. And I feel like that's why he's kind of hesitant to fight somebody with the style of like Devin Haney or whatnot, because if you have good footwork, Teofimo's gonna struggle. He needs you to stand in front of him in order for him to look good. Terence Crawford is gonna present a lot of problems for Teofimo. or a night. So, you know, that's just my take on it, man. Look, I don't really care to see Terence fight Teo because, again, y'all are not gonna give him credit for it. But if Teo is serious, here's your chance right here. Let's see how serious you are, Teo. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?